Howdy, everybody. It's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is time for your Thursday night live stream. Chat time with your pal Misty. Tonight we will be talking about February non scale victories. So, if you have not already thought of your non scale victories for the month, start thinking about them because I'm going to be talking for a minute and then I'm going to want to know what your victories are because I'm sure that you have one. It's not all about a weight loss journey. We all have victories that have nothing to do with how much we weigh. So it's a great topic to talk about, at least in my opinion. So thank you all for being here. Hello, Cheryl. Happy Thursday. Hello, Mary. I'm glad you made it home in time for the live stream. I'm glad I made it home in time for the live stream. We'll talk about all what I've been up to here as we go. Hey, Kenneth, thanks for being here. We appreciate you, Kenneth. Kenneth was very appreciative of everybody being so kind the other night. Hey, Jocelyn, thanks for stopping by the live stream. Yeah, so I just got home. I have been on staycation. I have my ear, nose, and throat appointment tomorrow and was hoping to get to go to Dallas to see my youngest niece, Kaylee. She's going to be in a play, but unfortunately, I've already waited 3 months for this appointment. So I decided to just go ahead and take some time off because I need it. I realized I have not had any time off since September and I needed a little vacation. So I did not even check in at work yesterday. I did check messages last night and there wasn't anything urgent. So, and they have my number to call me if there is anything urgent. So it's been very nice not having to worry about a thing. It's been great. So I was just checking the chat again, making sure nobody else came through. I know my mom is not going to be here tonight. She is fine. She'll be catching the replay, as well as I saw Lori will be catching the replay. Hello to the replay gang. I'm sure Camille will be here at some point on the replay gang as well. But yeah, so I started my staycation yesterday on Wednesday. So I worked Monday and Tuesday. We had kind of a long day Monday. But that was okay. It gave me a little while extra to work and get everything caught up for the week so that I don't have to worry about anything. So last week when I was telling my best friend Amy when we were on our walk that I was going to do that and that I decided to just take the days off anyway and give myself a vacation even if I wasn't going anywhere because I have another big vacation coming up the 1st of April. But I had like 90 hours of time off that already and I earn like 2 days a month. So I need to use some of this time. And even with these 2 vacations, I think I still am going to end up with like 30 hours or something. So I have plenty of time to take the time off and I'm not very busy right now. So it's the perfect time to take the time off. I'm sorry, I may be scratching because I'm a little bit itchy. I'm getting to where I will explain why. So anyway, I took the days and Amy's like, I could use a staycation. And we have some projects. And by we, meaning she has projects. She helped me move and get all of this sorted and like put all the shelves up and just haul stuff back and forth. And she helped me purge all my stuff. Well, and she's my best friend. So even if she hadn't done nothing for me, I still would have helped. But we took yesterday and we were going to work on the barn door for her office, but there's a lot of that she can do on her own. So we decided to kind of do other little projects that aren't necessarily hard, but are kind of time consuming and it's faster with 2 people. Hey, Jen, thanks for stopping by the live stream. So yesterday we mounted an apparatus, I don't know, for her garden hose so she could get it up off the ground. So she has a stucco home. I've never worked with stucco before and it is different. It is hard to drill through. So we did that and then she got a bigger TV because the TV she had outside had broken. So we were making not making the mount, but we were putting the mount up on the stucco wall. And then there's cracks in the stucco. And so while we were there, she's like, well, maybe we could fix these cracks. And and she had some old stucco. So we've been kind of painting with stucco, but so it's like cement, man. I mean, that's basically what it is. But I took a shower when I got home at like 4:30, but I still feel a little bit itchy. I may need another shower after this live stream. Um, but this morning we went for a walk. CJ came with us because he stayed the night with her. He picked flowers for me. It was very sweet. And then we went to IHOP. We had breakfast, and then we took him to school. And then I walked the dogs. I fed them, had my coffee, and then I went over there. And then I've been over there doing stuff most of the day. So, and now I'm back home and I'm ready to do a live stream. So that's what I've done so far on my staycation is help my best friend with projects. And it's been great. It's been wonderful. I've been able to hang out with her new little puppy. She has a new little Yorkie mix, maybe. It's a rescue dog. So they're not entirely certain if it's full blood or not, but he's real cute. He's got FOMO real bad though. I think she said they think he's like 3 or 4 months. Boy, he is nosy. He's got to be involved in everything. But he's real cute. So that's what I've been doing so far on my staycation. Tomorrow, I'm just going to hang out here. I'm probably going to edit some videos and stuff, organize some of my videos for editing later. And then tomorrow I have my ENT appointment, like I said. So I'm super excited about that. I mean, I kind of accidentally picked the perfect time to go because there is pollen everywhere. Fred is yellow. Like my eyes are on fire right now. Like they burn so bad. Not because of the stucco, not because there is so much pollen. Everything is yellow. It is crazy down here. Like I can't even describe how much pollen there is coating everything. So we started our morning this morning by trying to get as much pollen off of all of the surfaces as we could. Because it sticks to you and then you get it in. Oh, it's just anyway. So, I mean, I'm congested and I can't breathe and my ears are ringing real loud I mean, if you're going to pick a time to go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, go when your ear, nose, and throat are kind of messed up. So, and it's supposed to rain tonight and overnight, and that'll probably make it worse. I did take a Mucinex today, too. This is me with Mucinex and like my allergy medicine. I don't know. Maybe I need something stronger. Maybe that's what we're going to be finding out. Hey, Marcy's here. Thanks for being here, Marcy. I appreciate it. Marcy's rocking her journey. She has scale victories too, but tonight, again, we'll be talking about the non-scale part of the victories. Hey, Tasharia. Happy Thursday, my friend. Thanks for being here. If you're free at 6 a.m., Monday through Friday, Central, go check out Tasharia. It's a fun way to start the morning. Go watch Marcy doing all her workouts. And if you did not catch Cheryl's live stream on Tuesday, please go watch it. I was punked. I mean, both of you. She had my best friend Carolyn on as her special guest. And I mean, it's good that you pick a best friend and other friends that can keep secrets. And if you know me, you know I like a secret. I prefer a surprise. So it was a great live stream, not just because of the guest, but also just because of the guest. So go watch it because I love both of them ladies. And Cheryl has another one. She's kind of been a little bit off of what she was doing because she's trying to accommodate everybody. So this Saturday, Cheryl, let me get it wrong. Is it 1 p.m. Central? I don't know who the guest is. I have a guess. I gave Cheryl my guess. I don't know if I'm right. It's still going to be a surprise. But I gave her what my guess was because it's passed on Tuesday. I was like, I can't think of nobody that fits that criteria because Carolyn just was not even in my bank of people. Okay, yeah, 1 p.m. Central. That's what I thought. Because I was telling Amy. Amy asked if I could come over Saturday. I'm like, I can come over after Fit Squad, but 9 a.m. Deanna has a live stream and 1 p.m. Cheryl has a live stream. And I was like, I need to check those times. But then I forgot to check your time. So 1 p.m. Central on Saturday. Go check out Cheryl's place. She's doing a live stream with a special guest. I don't know who it is, but they've all been great. So go catch any of them that you haven't seen. She's had wonderful guests. She's a wonderful host. So yeah, I love all y'all doing live streams. Coach did a ladder live stream today for her workout. I love a ladder. I don't know what it is. A ladder workout is basically where you start with one thing, then you do that thing again, and then two of something else. Then you go do the one thing, two things, then you add a third, and you do three of those. So like you could do like we in the in the workout we did at boot camp earlier, it's like we did one burpee, and then one burpee and two push-ups, and then one burpee and two push-ups, then three upright rows, then one burpee and two push-up and three upright rows and four plank rows, and then and then you just add on, and it's a ladder. You climb the ladder, you get bigger and bigger, and then if you have enough time, you do it again backwards. And we did one of those. It wasn't the first workout that I did with Coach live on her channel, but it was the second one, and we did a Christmas ladder. Man, I still go back and do that one sometimes just because I don't know what it is about them that's so much fun. It is easier from a like creating the workout standpoint. It is easier for me to do timed. And it can be tricky, which a lot of the girls called out because I mean, Coach is fit. So she goes fast because she can. And sometimes she'll do 10 of something and we'll do 6. Most of it just switch when she switches. But if you're alone, it's really a good workout because you don't have to worry about the time. You just got to count. And sometimes counting, I don't know. And then the repetition of it, like my brain just loves it. It's so much fun. I love a ladder. Cheryl said it was a fun workout. She needed her fan on. I've been so sweaty all day long. Boy, I was sweaty doing because we were at Amy. She had some cracks in the stucco, and then of course the stucco that's on there's been there for a while, so it's a little dirty. But so we just basically taken the stucco that we used to repair the cracks and then thinning it out and basically painting the whole wall with another layer of stucco. So we're also reinforcing the wall as we go, and then it's all going to match. It's going to look perfect. The whole thing is, it's kind of funny. I was thinking about it. If you were to go to her house and you were to look and be like, what have y'all done for 2 days? You'd think, nothing. That's kind of the point. That means we're crushing it. The fact that you can't tell that we've done anything means we have succeeded in our goals of getting stuff more organized, getting them up off the floor, getting the holes covered and patched and cracks done. And so it's all those little tedious things, right? That like you kind of want to do to your house, but then you don't really have time, and it's easier if you have help and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I'm a grunt work kind of girl. I like it. You need me to hand you these things? I'll hand them to you. You need me? Well, I'll tell you what, though, that TV, it's a nice one, though. I think I want one like that. I don't need one as big as she has because I just have a little 32-inch TV. And I don't know how big the TV she got is, but it's very large. It's for her outside patio area, which is like fully covered. But she got a mountable one that can pivot so that they can turn it out. And then when you're in the pool, you could even still see the TV. But we had to get it up on these mounts, on these braces. And so I had to hold it above my head for a long time while she was it was a big thing. It was, but we got it done. I did the longest overhead isometric I've ever done. And she was like, okay, you can put your arms down. I'm like, I'm trying. Have y'all done that? Have y'all have it? So an isometric is a hold, right? So have y'all done an isometric where you've done it like for so long, and then you're like, okay, now this muscle doesn't work anymore. It won't do anything but hold this isometric. Like your body's like, did you want us to be still or not? Could pick, because we can't do both. Hey, Deanna. You were going to be an hour late. Well, I'm glad that you weren't. Hey, Ron, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the live stream. So yeah, so I like building stuff. I like fixing stuff. I like grunt work. I did a lot of it. She was like, you're sweating. I was like, it's hard work. She's like, I could see that. She's like, I'm glad you're doing it. But because she did a lot of the getting up and down off the ladder, and then I did a lot of the hand and stuff and grunt work of putting the elbow grease in it. But that's the kind of work that I like to do. It's been a fun staycation for all the work that I've done. Hey, Mama found her earbuds. That means she gets to join the live stream. Whoop whoop. I was just talking about my projects with Amy and how you can't really tell that we've done anything, and that means we have been very successful. We have not, however, touched the barn door, which was originally what she asked for. We probably have months and months and months of projects, so I'm here for it. It gives me something to do, and I like having something to do. Otherwise, I just try to turn my brain off so that I'll be sure I can go to bed early. And one kind of good thing is I've been real excited about staycation. Like I'm a child. I mean, I know y'all have met me. Y'all already know that, but sometimes I even forget. And it's like yesterday and today, I was up at like 4:45. Right? Go to sleep. Go back to bed. What are you doing? You don't need to be up this. Why are you up before 5 o'clock in the morning? But you're on staycation. Stupid. But the good news is I have been able to go to bed early. Well, last night I went to bed early because I was tired. I think I was in bed I was asleep probably by like 8:30. And then today's been another full day and I woke up at 4:45 again. But then I was thinking, I mean, that's perfect for the time change because that'll be 5:45, which is really like the latest that I want to get up. Because I want to have at least 15 minutes to walk the dog before Sherry's live stream starts. Girl, that's gonna be early. Woof. I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need that time to be able to feel like I can wake my brain up enough to do my workouts. I can walk okay, but doing a workout, if I don't have like 30, 45 minutes to get my brain into it, like I've said, I know most of y'all haven't met me in the mornings, but I'm not real smart. Like, I'll tell you the truth. Like, I'll give you true answers. They may be confusing because I might not have fully understood the question. But anyway. Everybody telling Mom, oh, you have tons of projects? Oops, wrong one. Tons of projects. Yeah, I love a project. Well, I love a project that you can just tell me what you want to do. Like, I'm not creative. Don't make me create anything. But if you can tell, I need you to do this, I will do that. And I can do things for long periods. I get focused. I had my earbuds on. I was singing a couple times. I forgot. She's like, oh, that's what we're listening to now. I was like, yeah. Because I got into a beat. She's like, what you listening to? I'm like, 2 doors down. Laughing and drinking and having a party to float down. I love Dolly Parton, and it's a good beat to really scrub in the stucco. It's fine. I had another conversation at Dollar Tree today about my bone conducting earphones. They're very popular to talk about, evidently. That's probably because I forget I have them on and then I start singing, but whatever. Oh, Ron says he's up at 2:00 most days. Nope. I don't really want to be up at 4:45. I don't want to be up at 5:45. But again, like I've said before, and I'll continue to say it, fitness is the number one thing I have ever done for my mental health. And I would not be where I am today without it. And so I go to bed early so that I can get up and do a workout before I have to work or before I have to do anything. Yeah, I can tile a backsplash. That I know how to do. I haven't worked with stucco. This was kind of new. It was different. But she got some new drill bits, and there were a few things. The first idea we had didn't work, but it's always funny with us. When we have an idea and it doesn't work, it leads to a different idea, which generally almost 100% of the time actually ends up working better than what we had thought before. So. Same there. So that's what I've been doing on my staycation. My other exciting news this week, which I guess I should save as a non-scale victory for March, but I'm not going to. You get up at 6 every day, Kenneth? I get up. Well, I've been trying to get up earlier and earlier for the time change because I don't want to be too messed up when the time changes is Saturday, not well Sunday morning, whenever, whatever. I'll be asleep when it changes. Don't be late to the walk on Sunday, Mary and Misty. Mary's up early anyway, so. But I'm not going to say what I was about to say for my non-scale victory. So I was super excited. But this month, so last month, we did a squat challenge with Coach Kirsten over at Quick Fit Home Workouts. She has a Facebook page. And this month, we're doing plank and core or abs. And a couple of days ago, I remember saying, oh my God, it's day 4. And I already feel it. Like I was already like, whoa, my core. This morning, I may or may not have kind of rolled out of the bed a little bit more than sat up and then got out. I tried to sit up and my belly said, nope, we can't, we're tired. But yesterday, and that could be why I had to kind of roll out of bed this morning, but I'll take it. I did a 1-minute 30-second low plank. That's a PR. I was so excited. I have only started doing low planks within the last few months. Even for those of you who've been following me a while, I did a plank challenge with Kirsten a while ago, and I did high center planks. And even those I had to do elevated after like a minute. I think I might have gotten to a minute and a half with that. But that's a lot of shoulder. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. If you're doing a high center plank, that's still impressive. But the lower center plank is harder, right? So I had a minute 30. I haven't done them today. I need to do my plank for today, but I've been busy. I will get it done. But it's very exciting. And so at the end, well, I told him right when I had done it that I had done it because I was too excited not to share. And so at the end, coach is like, well, what was the difference this time? Like, what do you think, allowed you to do it? And I was like, well, I didn't give up. I am real fast. I'm working on myself, guys. I'm a work in progress, but I am real quick to think that I can't. Pete still tricks me sometimes. If you're new here, Pete is my inner voice who tells me that I can't. And for most of my life, he just was my voice. Like that, it was just, there was no other voice but Pete. I realize that now. I did not realize that at the time. But now that I have named him and put him in a corner, but I think subconsciously he still gets in there because, well, there was one day I was doing a whole workout and I was like 35, 40 minutes into it and I was feeling good and I was feeling so strong. And then I realized I was using my 15s instead of my 12s. I had put them up wrong the day before, but I had gone through that whole workout thinking they were 12s and I was cool with it. And then once I realized they were 15s, they got real heavy and I ended up having to switch down at the end. I'm shocked by what I can do. And then give up too early. A lot of times I think. I know I give up too early a bunch of the times. Mary says, I know you're not the one I have to worry about. I'm the one that I have to worry about. I said you get up early anyway. Describe low and high center. Oh, low and high center plank. You want me to do a demo? I can do a demo if you'd like. Because I can also describe it by just saying like this or like this. If y'all want to do a plank challenge, we're doing a plank challenge with my coach, Kirsten, over at Quick Fit Home Workouts on YouTube. And I don't know what it is on Facebook. Probably the same. I think it matches. I don't actually know. We're doing planks. This week, we're doing center planks. We're going to be doing different planks. Please. Yes, Deanna. Happy to. I think you know, but I'll be happy to do it anyway. Excuse me, Barnum. Get this chair out of the way. Oh, Well, you know what? I'm going to get in the ground so y'all can see me. So a low center plank is with you like you're going to lay down on the floor. So I'm going to do it a little bit at an angle. And a high center plank, just the standard high center plank, is basically like the start of a push-up, where you're up on your hands, your arms are long and underneath your shoulders, and you just want to make sure that your core is down. You don't want to let it go to the ground, and then you don't want your butt up in the air. You want just a nice solid plank like you're a board. You can also drop to your knees, and this is also a low center plank with a modification, or a high center plank with a modification. So low center plank is here, which is the same thing. And then a standard is just not on your knees. Again, making sure your back is straight, your core is engaged, you're level like a board or a plank. So this is a low center plank. High. Then we're going to show y'all against the wall. You have a wall, you can do a plank. You can even do a low plank. Again, you just want your body to be straight, like a board, like a plank. Low, high. The farther you get away, of course, the harder it's going to be. And then you can go down to a bench. Whoop, sorry, let me get y'all. Did that help? Okay, Deanna says, okay, so you do low center planks because high ones hurt your wrist. Yep. Low center planks are, sorry. Let me just tilt the whole thing down. There. Low center planks are more core. They're more in your center because it is harder to keep that center stable when you're lower to the ground like that. Whereas a high plank, it can put more pressure on your wrists. You're not wrong because you have a lot of your body weight coming down on it. But it's more shoulder strength than ab strength. So a high center plank is easier to start with than a low center plank. So if you find a low center plank hard, switch to the high center plank, switch to a bench, a stool, something sturdy that won't move, or just use the wall. And then go for different times, right? So anyway, I did that low center plank for 1:30. And guys, I told myself to shut up so many times. I'm sorry, Mama, but I had to do it. I had to tell Pete. I was like, shut up. Just hold this. Shut up. Shut up. She's like, 30 more seconds. And I was like, you are fine. You've held this for a minute. You can easily hold it half that duration. And then all of a sudden it was over. I was so busy telling myself to shut up that then the time was done. So I'm feeling pretty confident about today when I do my plank for today. Well, my actual timed plank later. I love it. It makes me feel good. But I need to learn to not quit on myself because my mind is my limiting factor. It has been for as long as I can remember. But I like to think that I'm smarter than my brain. And we'll be okay. Thank you to Sharia. She says that's fire. Marcy says she does wall planks. I have seen your wall planks. You have great form. You want to keep that back perfectly straight and you want to keep that core engaged. And when I say core, I don't just mean your front. Your core is your girdle everything around your front, back, sides, all of it. Your obliques, your abs are part of your core. So we're doing some ab focused stuff, and then we do our planks, which is overall for core. Thanks, Mama. She says I'm looking good. Great form. Thanks, Cheryl. Deanna asked, do you know if high gets easier as you gain shoulder strength? It would get easier as you do it, yes, but you would also need to work on your wrist mobility and strength as well. So I would suggest instead of the floor using an elevated surface because it takes some of that upper body weight off of your wrists and then it won't hurt as badly. Sometimes people will need to wear like a wrist guard or a, you know what? Hold on, I'll show you. Like a glove that has a wrist strap. So that, I grabbed the wrong hand, but that's fine. I have this hand, so it'll be okay. I just have my watch on, but you can get the point, right? So it wraps around. So then you have that added strength and, well, it's kind of the same concept of like I wear the sleeves or the knee braces, right? For my knees. Some people, and when I first started, this was the one that I used because I found that it was easier to do floor stuff when I was heavier and build up my wrist strength if I had that stabilization around my wrist from the glove. Some people just wear the wrist straps. I don't know. It was on Amazon. It was actually one that Coach had recommended in a video that she had done. And they worked great for me. And now I feel like they're strong enough. I don't need that stability in my wrists. Unless I'm trying to lift heavier things. Sometimes I'll put heavier weights on my barbell, or I have those 50-pound adjustable. And sometimes I will wear them there when I'm working on grip strength stuff. So I hope that answered that question. Mary says your arms shake with both. You also have to push yourself. I mean, that's great. And again, if what you're doing is too hard or you can't last the duration, go back one progression, right? So if you're doing your standard center plank, once I get to the point where I can't do it anymore, I just drop my knees. And then I'm in a different progression and I normally can hold that longer. If we went even longer and I couldn't hold that, I would switch and go up to my bench because the more elevated you are, the just easier it gets, the easier it gets, the easier it gets. So you're welcome, Deanna. I do hope it helped. Yes, Deanna says, of course, the answer is to practice, not to avoid. Yeah. If your wrist hurts because it's not strong enough, doing nothing isn't going to make it stronger. It's weird, right? It's weird how that works, but that's how that works. Anyway, so yeah, that was very exciting. I hit a fitness PR, even though I'll probably talk about it again at the end of the week and probably on your live stream this weekend, Deanna. I was really excited, but I've been working so much on my mental stamina because I quit. I just keep quitting. I know y'all are so supportive and y'all are like, you're so inspirational and you push so hard and I don't. I mean, maybe I still do, or in comparison to others, but that's not how this works. I don't want you to compare to me. Because I don't want you to be me. I want you to be you. I like you. I like me too. I love me. I think I'm fun. I'm a big Misty fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I'm pretty great. I've been working on being great for a long, long time, and I'm getting even better with it. And now that I'm getting healthier, and now that I'm feeling better and I am in my own body and I'm grounded and connected, I can refill all my buckets. And so I get to help even more people more often. And that's my jam right there. Like, that's my thing. I like helping. I like teaching. I like showing. I like, and I want people to, I want you, when you're here to talk to me, to sit back, relax, and enjoy. But it's sometimes I'm going to want you to get up, get moving, and enjoy. So We're going to change one day. That's what we're going to be saying as we do fitness stuff. Well, I don't know that that's actually what I'm going to be saying, but like it's, I want you to be here for the chat and the conversation. And if you want to get some steps and get your own movement in while you're doing it, feel free. I love it. If you just want to hang here and chat, that's fine, but go get you some movement. It'll make you feel better. It's weird. I was telling Amy this morning. So another way that I have slowly increased my stamina, right? I just try to find things. What am I already doing that I could push just a little, but it wouldn't feel like a push, right? So I got the rebounder. And my average steps, and I was in a steps challenge, but even in the last week, my average, how many steps am I at today? I don't even know. Oh, I'm over 13,000 steps today. It's probably because I was sanding. Well, not sanding, I was painting, but you really had to. Anyway, it took a lot of effort. But my average steps went from 8,000 to 12,000 just because I enjoyed jumping and it didn't hurt my knees. And so I could do more of it. So by getting something that hurt me less, I was able to do more of an activity. And then Amy and I have been walking on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's great. I love it. I've been kind of on the cardio cycle because Coach does strength on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but those are the days that I walk. So I mainly been hitting all the cardio days, which I'm not complaining about because I actually think that's really been building my endurance, and it's in a weird way been making me stronger or giving me the stamina to last through the strength easier. So I mean, it's all good, right? Strength training is the one that most people want to avoid, and I think it's important. But you need cardio, right? You need that stamina. So I started wearing my weighted vest. It's always here in the background, but I started wearing my weighted vest again on my walks too. I won't on the Sunday walks just because those are for fun and it's supposed to be my rest day. But on any of the other walks, I'm just going to wear my weighted vest. I started with the 10 pounds again. I'll probably, my hope is to get back up to the 20 pounds, which is where I was a while ago. And then when my whole life kind of went left and I didn't know who I was or where I was, and turns out it's just because I was an old lady. I had stopped, and then Amy had stopped her walk, so I wasn't walking with her. So I added 10 pounds, right? Man, my average heart rate was up by like 10 points more than it normally was just by wearing something. So anything you can do to challenge yourself a little bit or make something you're already doing just benefit you that much more. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer to fit it in. But I don't always. I don't do that a little extra, right? And I think a lot of change is in the little extra. So I like changing it up. Mary said that's what you did this morning. You dropped to your knees. Yeah, if your arms start to shake or if your core just can't hold it, go to the next progression down, right? Nature is imperfect by design. Deanna says she's getting steps. Yeah, if that's what you like to do while you sit back, relax, and enjoy, do the enjoy of getting the steps. Deanna says she was wondering about the weighted vest the other day. Yeah, at some point I did a whole lot of, and it's kind of interesting too, and it's something that a lot of people kind of do without realizing it, but then some people do it on purpose, but it's rucking, which is David, what's his name? David, is it Goggins, right? That Marine guy who is always running with a big old backpack. That's rucking, carrying heavy weight on your back. But there's a benefit to that too, because I started it because of posture. If y'all remember, I did a live stream last year with Coach about posture. And I'd already been using the weighted vest, but then I realized that is also something I could use for posture by putting a little bit more of the weight towards the back. So, it's just, again, it's those little things that I like to do to change it up, but I'm still walking. But if you increase the weight of what you're walking, just like when you're heavier, right? You're on your weight loss journey, as an example, and you're heavier. Me walking a mile, when I started this almost 3 years ago, and I went and had to build up to walk my first mile, I think I was 250, 275 pounds, somewhere around there. I think around 250. I would burn so many more calories than I would now because I had almost 100 extra pounds of weight on me. So the heavier you are, if we walk side by side, someone bigger than me is going to burn more calories than me for that, right? But I've built all this muscle and that continues to burn calories. So you also have to realize you have to eat enough to do what you need to do, but that won't be as much as what you needed to be able to eat to do what you needed to do when every activity burned more calories. So I'm kind of learning that balance of, I've been in maintenance the last year, but I'm just thinking there's more to lose. And it's just whatever I try, it's just not coming off. And I've just decided that's still okay because I really do feel comfortable here, but I still want to push myself. I still want to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself that I can. And the more I can do, the more I can do. That's all I can think, right? The more I can do, the more I can do. So, is that what you were wondering? Did you have any specific questions you were wondering about the weighted vest, Deanna? I just sort of kind of started talking about it. I primarily use it for my walks. That's what I bought it for initially, was to use it on walks, just to have a little extra weight. Because I'm like, I've lost 20 pounds. I can carry the 20 pounds. And if I carry the 20 pounds, it's extra calories burned, it's extra muscles built. Like I can tell my legs felt, more tired today too, because I had an extra 10 pounds on me. Well, maybe like 12 when you consider the weight of the vest. But I just think it's really interesting. And there is a lot of research on rucking, and it's actually really good for women. And women are evidently really great at it. But if you think back to even when you were in high school, or if you're a hiker, and you have a backpack and you're carrying all that stuff on your back, it makes it exponentially harder the heavier that pack is, right? But it's sort of like, and this is what I was talking to Amy about earlier, that it's still crazy to my brain that I feel like in order to have the most energy, I need to exhaust myself at least a couple of times a day. So it's like I felt like I could really push through all of the activities we were doing today, all the projects, because I had that little extra push this morning in our walk. Or yesterday at boot camp. I started the day with boot camp and then went over, to her house. And I just had that push from the morning. And it's weird. It is a pyramid scheme. They're not wrong. You have to do fitness to want to be able to do more fitness and to get the energy to do fitness, but you don't have the energy to do fitness because you're not doing it. That's probably because you're trying to do 30 minutes. Again, I'm going to say start with 5 minutes. Promise yourself 5 minutes of movement every day. If you can add strength into that, even better. Oh, I'm getting off on a tear. Where are we? Let's go. Yeah, Golden Corral thinks I'm an old lady. Oh, yeah, I haven't told that story here yet, huh? Because that was just this weekend. That was a good story, guys. I told it to the Discord, and I mentioned it in the Fit Squad, but oh, Deanna said she just hadn't heard about it. Yeah, I had stopped using it when I had stopped walking with Amy, the weighted vest again, because that was the main thing that I used it for. Yeah, so Mary and I go walk every Sunday, as you know. It was just Mary and I this weekend. All of our other people had other things to do. Poor Natasha, she's been real sick. They think she has bronchitis. I need to check on her today. I haven't checked in on her. But I was like, I want to carb up. And I was like, and really, I want them trashy tacos. Guys, I don't know what it is about Golden Corral. I know people say that it is trash food. It is so good. They had like the best cinnamon bun I've ever had. Their French toast is real good. And these tacos are stupid good. I had 3 of them. Anyway, so we go into Golden Corral and I tell the lady, I want a buffet and a Coke Zero, please. And she rings me up and I go in the line and I get my plate of stuff and I sit down. Mary comes behind me and she's just kind of giggling. I mean, that's not uncommon, but she's just giggling. She's like, I think you got a senior discount. I was like, A what? She's like, I think you got a senior discount on your. I was like, no, I didn't. I'm not. I don't. What's the age for it even? She's like, I think it's 60 here. I was like, I don't think I got a senior discount. She's like, I think you did because the lady said to Mary, who not to rat you out, Mary, because the consensus is that Mary looks phenomenal. Mary is 60. She is of age to get the discount. And the lady said, well, I know you don't look it, but y'all came in together. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the senior discount too. Two. In addition to the old lady with the gray hair who is in front of you, who is obviously 60 years old. I love it. I got like $3 off. Are you crazy? I'm in it for the discount. Oh, bye, Marcy. I'm probably too late to tell you that. Bye. She's taking her daughter to dance. You love Golden Corral, Kenneth? It's so good. It's just trashy good. It's so good. I love it every once in a while. Yeah, Mary still thinks it's funny. Oh, Cheryl thinks it's funny too. I mean, it's best story ever. It was so funny. The look on her faces. She was like, I think you got the senior discount. I was like, what? She's like, because she said I wasn't old enough, but since we came in together, that she was going to give it to me too. Like it was rude to give it to me and not to her. I don't qualify. I'm only 48. I'll be 50 next year. I got to turn 49 first, but still technically next year I'll be 50. Still not old enough. And so then Coach has been studying for a group fitness certification. I need to ask her about that because that's one that I'm interested in as well, which I have mentioned before. But she was saying that in the studies that she's doing, they were talking about the different levels of age and that 60 years was considered an old person. And she's like, that's just rude and inappropriate. And because she's almost that age, right? And she's like, no, there's no way. And she's like, it doesn't matter. Age is just a number. You know, don't worry about it. I come off mute. I was like, but can I still get the discount? I liked it. It's like getting free soda, basically. I mean, come on now, give me the discount. So if you need your senior discount, you come out to lunch with your pal Misty. I'll hook you up. Unless they ask for my ID, because I'm not anywhere near 60. Well, I mean, I'm near, but not as near to spot on as the age as Mary is. You do look good though, my friend. I mean, you gotta get. It's that German blood in her, she says. You're 61, Kenneth. I'm not. I mean, I'm just not. I'm just not. I wouldn't have a problem if I was. I'm just not. And so I'm really excited to get the senior discount because it gives you money off. It's for free, just for being older. Like I want to make it to be able to do that now. I think that'll be fun. I'm excited for the senior discount. I didn't turn it down. I didn't go back and be like, you're 12 years off. No, I took them $3. That's on her. She should have asked. Mary says because of the gray hair. Whatever. All right. So I've talked entirely too much and not left much time for your non-scale victories. Yeah, Mary forgets to ask about it. I should ask about it for you. And then maybe since I'm with you, they'll give it to me. I could try it. You never know. I'm probably going to forget to ask about it. That's probably the trick. They wait until you're old enough that you're going to forget to ask about the senior discount. That's so inappropriate. I'm sorry, that was rude. That might have been too far. Okay, non-scale victories. Non-scale victories. Get your life together, everybody. Non-scale victories. In the month of February, what was something you did? Multiple things that you did. What do you consider in February that you did that helped you live the happiest, healthiest version of your life that has nothing to do with how much you weigh? I'll give you a few minutes to put some in. I have a couple. I always have a couple. When I first started non-scale victories, I could never think of any. Now I have to just think of which ones were like the most impactful that I want to share for the month. Because I always got them. It's perspective. It's how you look at it. And when I first started non-scale victories, I thought they were dumb. I'm trying to lose weight. Why are we talking about all the stuff that's not that? Well, I mean, now I get it because it's all the stuff that's not that makes the weight come off. to a place where you actually are living your happiest, healthiest version of your life. Mary completed the squat challenge. Yes, you did. And it was a challenge. We ended up with 220 squats, 200 regular squats, 20 jump squats. It took us over 7 minutes of just squats. And that was coach speed. So we go pretty fast. Weighted. I was using 15-pound weights. My arms gave out before my legs gave out. At some point, I kept them for the last one. I kept the 15 for the whole set. My arms were toast. But a couple of the times I had to drop down and use my 12s in the suitcase squat. But yeah, you did, Mary. That's good. And your legs, you didn't put this, but part of that is she might not have lost weight from it, because we're not talking about if there was weight loss or not, but she could tell that her pants fit differently in the legs because her legs had thinned out just because she had grown that lean mass and it had replaced the fat that was there some. And so she's leaning out in different areas. But when you're doing that, you don't always see it on the scale. And that's why you don't want to think about it that way, right? And I know you don't, Mary. I'm just saying for other people who are here. Yes, you did, Tasharia. Tasharia started bike riding. Boy, that technology was trying to make you not a bike rider there for a minute, though. But I'm real proud of you. Go to Tasharia's page. I'm going to donate Tasharia. I need to do it still. I haven't, but it is on my list of things actually to do on my staycation. I have a staycation list of things that I want to do that I just keep meaning to do and then get too busy working. And one of them will be donating to Tasharia. She is doing the bike ride for MS. You do not have to donate. If you would like to share it out, though, maybe somebody else would be touched by it and could. I know people in my family have like in-laws and things that have MS, and I think that's really cool. She's going to be riding 100 miles with her family, and she is riding the first. You're so cute, dadgummit. She's like, it has gears. Which I think is cute because the first bike that I ever bought for myself, I mowed so many lawns to get like $150. I think I mowed like 15 lawns. I think I was getting like $10 a lawn from my uncle mostly. He overpaid probably. But anyway, whatever. It took like several weeks for me to get it, and I didn't use any of that money, and I bought myself a 12-speed bicycle because I've always liked riding bikes. I have a bike. It's out front. You can look at my bicycle. But that's great to share. You're doing it with your family too. Her wife and kids are going to be riding. 100 miles is a long way, but I think it's cool. She's like, it's like driving a standard. You got to do a clutch and a shift and a brake and it is tricky. It's funny that I hadn't really thought about it, but yeah, I mean, when you're learning it, it is unnatural at first. And you think you want to get harder when you want it to be easier, but you don't. You need to downshift it when it really gets hard to get that torque up. Anyway, I know you're learning all that, but it is fun. Yes, ma'am. Cheryl had 1 million steps in February. Well, she reached it. She did her challenge, and between January and February, reached 1 million steps. She reached it well ahead of the end of the month. So you could have had a couple of off days, Cheryl, and you felt like you did have a few off days, but you still busted out that goal. Oh, nice. Kenneth says he finished his physical therapy on February the 21st. That's wonderful. Being given the release that you have done what you needed to do. Now, the trick is keep doing those things because they're probably helpful, and whatever you can do to keep moving and keep that in a healthy state, it's always a good thing. But yeah, I mean, physical therapy is like torture that you pay for. I do mine at home, so it's torture that I do for free, but I still do it. I'm still doing my knee exercises and my shoulder exercises. I add in other things as I learn other things that I want to work on. So, excuse me. Tashiri said she completed the steps challenge and another squat challenge. Yeah, I saw you doing them squats. You never had a 10 speed? She's like, right, it's so backwards. It is backwards that you have to go lower when you want to go harder. It's different. That's funny. When you started talking about it, I'm like, yeah, you're right. If you've never done that, it is kind of really confusing. And then where are your shifters and where are your brakes? And don't push you're right. Just tap that brake on the downhill. You push that brake too hard on the downhill, you will go straight over your bike. Been there, done that one. Whoop, that wasn't fun. I got scared. It's almost better to just scary ride it out than scary pump on the brakes, because scary pump on the brakes is a bigger catastrophe than scary riding it out. Please smash the like button before you go. Thank you, Cheryl. So, my biggest non-scale victory for the month of February, which you probably all already know, is I went to a volunteer event. I mean, technically, Natasha was there and it was her event, but I went there all by myself of my own volition. I decided I wanted to do it. And to be fair, it wasn't like I was with Natasha during the event. I said hello to her when I got there. She told me what she wanted me to do, and instantly sent me as far away from her as possible. I mean, it's not untrue. And then, well, I couldn't even be near her, guys. I don't even think I told y'all about this. So anyway, I did a volunteer event with my friend Natasha over at Eco Fit and Fab. She's been putting out some a little bit late vlogs, but they're still fun to watch. Of her adventures and hikes and stuff that she did last year. She's a little bit behind, like Grandpa Misty, but she's catching up, like Grandpa Misty's not been. But yes, Natasha was there. But I went there of my own volition. And then she was like, you can come listen to the presentation I'm going to do. I was like, okay. And then I got there and there was something in the trainer in me. I was like, I don't want to be a distraction to her. And I think Natasha's hysterical. Like, there are just some people that are so funny to me. Kirsten is so funny. Mary is so funny. Amy's so funny. Natasha's so, like, all the people I hang out with to me are just so funny. Cheryl makes me laugh on your live stream. So funny. Anyway, so calm down, Misty. I'm at the event. She wants me to watch. I was like, no, that's okay. I was like, but I may just go around the door and listen. She's like, yeah, do whatever you want. I was like, because somebody may come. And there were people that came to get rain barrels while she was doing it, which was really another reason why I wanted to stay there. But I did kind of want to listen. And she had one of those, guys, I'm a child. This is why Natasha can't take me anywhere. She actually thought it was real funny afterwards. But she had one of those. I don't have this type of fidget toy. I have so many fidget toys, but not this one. But it's like one of those tubes that's like a fan, and like you can pull it out and it'll go, and then you push it back in, you know, and it's like, or you can take it and you can spin it around your head and you'll get that whoo whoo sound. Y'all know what I'm talking about at all? Y'all know what tubes I'm talking about? Like them tubes, and they go and then they make the noise, and they're fun to play with. I can't believe I don't own one of those. Probably because it makes too much noise. I try to not make a bunch of noise with my fidgets because I try to be professional with it and not let everybody in my chat know that I'm fidgeting. The crinkle tubes. Hey, Ryan Edwards. Thank you, Ryan. I don't know that I've ever seen you or welcomed you to a live stream before, but thank you for being here and for telling me what they're talking about, because I forget what you're talking about, what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was part of the kit. So here I am, a full-grown adult, 48, like I just talked about earlier, sitting there at my event. I'm so proud of myself. I'm being an adult. I'm volunteering. I'm helping people. They think I'm an expert. I'm not. I'm sending them back to Natasha, who's the expert. I was like, but thank you for thinking I'm smart, except for the lady who thought I heard music in my head, like without the bone-conducting headphones. Anyway, long story to get there. At part of the presentation, she was saying that you need to connect the tube. And all I hear is that noise. And it sounds like a fart. I laughed so loud. Before I could help myself, I busted. I don't know why they're funny. That's probably also why I don't have one, because it sounds like a fart. And this one especially, it was kind of big, so it had that deep sound. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to walk away. So then after the presentation is over and I go back inside to where Natasha is, she turned around and she looks at me. She's like, I got you with a fart noise, didn't I? I died laughing again. I was like, you did? I'm sorry. She's like, I always think somebody's going to laugh at that. But I guess because I'm, talking about something serious is like, it never works. She's like, but I did it. And all I could hear was this loud laugh outside. And she's like, I got Misty at least. You can always get me with a fart joke. That's just the truth. That's the truth. But yeah, that's my big non-scale victory, guys. Like I've talked about, my word of the year is stamina. And I don't just mean that physically. I mean that mentally. I mean that socially. I mean that emotionally. And for me, my strength training, my cardio, my physical fitness helps me get more spoons, which is probably what we're going to talk about next week. I want to talk about the spoon theory so that I can do things like volunteer and help people and the environment this past time. So I feel really good about that. And of all the things that I did in February, and I think I had a lot of non-scale victories for where I want my life to go in the future, this was a big one. So thank you for sharing your non-scale victories with me. I do really appreciate it. I realize we didn't talk about it that much, but we talk about it every month. And I've had a fun week and I wanted to share. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for this evening. Like I said, next week, you know what? Actually, next week I was thinking I may do, because Cheryl, I really liked your mini gym, home gym tour. And then Marcy did one. I don't know. Maybe let me know. Maybe I'll put a poll out there, but would y'all be interested in actually seeing like what all I have back here, how I use it, what I use it for? Because I was thinking about doing a video like you did, Cheryl, but if I do that, it's going to be an hour. And so I was thinking maybe I could just do a live stream about it. Would y'all be interested in that at all, just to see what all I have? Like, what are these things? What are those? What do I use that for? Like, what's all in this little bucket here that you can't see? What's that bright orange thing over there? Like, are y'all interested in that? My bench, I talk about it, but what all do I use it for? I don't know. Y'all keep talking to me about doing more fitness things. And so maybe that's something I can start with, is just talking about all of the stuff that I have, where I got it from, what I use it for, and why and how it benefits me. Cheryl says yes. Ken says yes. Mary says sure. All right. So maybe we'll do that next week. And then the week after that, we'll talk about the spoon theory, because I do want to talk about that, because it's very relevant to me right now and I am working on it. So, but now we're going to stop talking because we're having such a fun staycation. Well, I don't want to let y'all go, but it's Thursday and I try to not keep y'all more than an hour. So I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to catch Cheryl live this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central. Before that, catch Deanna at 9 a.m. Central on her channel. I'll see you next Thursday at 5 p.m. Central. And then, well, like this video. I almost forgot to do my ending. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you know how. And comment down below. Do you exhaust yourself on a staycation too? Because that's what I've been doing and loving every minute of it. And until next time, I'll see you real soon. You have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe and don't breathe in that pollen.